I am very drunk. Rosemary is very drunk. But she
That's
can't.
not gonna be good.
She strings a sentence just.
Okay, I've got an idea for this, guys. Can somebody go get me a bucket of water?
I just caused drench right in front of you.
Okay, but can you do that again, but on her face?
Okay. Oh. Grandma, you gonna be okay?
She'll be fine. Trust me.
Hi, buddy. Hey.
Hi. I know you're not my grandma, but you're still grandma to me.
That's so nice, buddy.
Forgive
Can you do the
me.
drink?
Forgive me for this.
Cool, Rosemary, you back with the living?
Prestidigitation her dry. She should be a cubic feet, right?
Wow. I'm not going there.
She's not a cubic feet, but that just means it takes a little bit longer for you to do.
She's 2 cubic feet.
Right. Okay.
Alright.
Together,
So-
all of you journey back into the mushroom forest. You know the road by now. Last time you walked it along with Boram and Merida and Micah. This time you don't have anyone to follow along, so you can travel at your own pace, which is a bit faster. Okay, so the tomb itself is underground. The upstairs door doesn't really look like much at all. Sort of a boring stone door leading into a fairly small room that has like a plaque with all sorts of names scribbled into and a couple of old decrepit statues that looks like something like Valkyries or angels. This is where you push the stone slab aside to enter the dungeon proper. I'm just gonna bring you back to it. Right, so may you pick up the horn?
Yep.
Then you can add Horn of Heroes to your character sheet.
So what does this horn do?
That's the thing.
It wakes up these guys. For quick performance.
Yeah, all around you in sort of a stair structure are 4 rows of soldiers, all geared up for war. They've all got nameplates. Another thing worth noting is that as soon as you entered in here, the door that you once saw the statues open for you opens on its own.
Oh,
See, this dungeon uses the quick save system.
ah.
It remembers us.
Yeah. They're back here again.
Also,
God.
Varian, there's this chest over here, in this bag that has a bunch of weaponry you might be interested in.
Didn't we loot that last
Oh no,
time?
I have a perfectly fine weapon.
Alright. Sorry,
Yeah,
trying to
still
catch you up with everything.
Yeah, he got scruffy.
Yeah, I got Scruffy.
Gruffy.
Yeah, by the way, Scruffy is a talking frog, mate.
Yep.
Scruffy is a what? Oh yeah, he's the talking to.
Yes, whom the giant called Warmonger. The Scruffy is better.
Even the swords is sort of slowly strength. Yeah, you gotta find.
There's Scruffy 1, Scruffy 2, and Scruffy 3. We need to find Scruffy 3, which is the bell.
Yeah, who's 3 again?
The
bell.
3 is the bell,
The bell.
I'm number 2, and the sword is number 1.
I
Yeah,
see.
so is Scruffy.
Nice.
Basically, you've entered an adventuring party with the fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. The next room you enter is laid out like a battlefield. It looks like... At first glance it looks like real soldiers that's fallen and bled out here. A couple of them look like adventurers, but most of them are fake. Like, not plastic skeletons, but like carved from some sort of white stone. There are also splinters and bits and pieces of statues in here that's fallen apart. the next door is open.
Geralt wipes the sweat from his brow, realizing he doesn't have to fight those again.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
This next room is a bit interesting. There is another statue in here, far larger than any of the others, wearing a crown. The room itself is a replication of a room you've all been in before, except for me. It looks exactly like a pristine version of the ruins of Renda, the castle up top the hill near Beranox. It is a king who sits upon the throne. And above the door you just entered is a line. It said many tried their luck against the great king. Some fell and are now remembered fondly. That bit is over this here door. And then there's one that says few were only one was victorious. It says over here, which is another door, but rather than being a physical door, it's sort of etched into the stone. And thus doesn't actually move.
Okay, so I'm assuming we're gonna have to defeat the statue thing to get in the door.
Meanwhile, the door that says many met their doom is already open.
Oh yes, the murder hole.
Yeah, the
Okay, so what's in here?
Murder hole.
murder hole.
There is a tomb central to the whole place. It reads Apollo, the messenger. There's a bunch of loose treasure next to a grand sort of mural that covers the entire wall. It's got a lot of moving bits and pieces. You can turn it like a puzzle box. And a small hole, just big enough for you to put your arm inside, is in the very middle. Dry blood drips from it. And you can smell something foul in this room, like rot.
Has anyone tried sticking their hand in that?
No.
You step close and notice that there's already something in the hole.
I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna try and push it out.
It takes a little bit of finagling because it's apparently larger than you thought it was. When it finally falls out, it's an arm,
The most
cut off
old-
just
most
above
old
the elbow, old and rotted.
Well, that's neat.
It looks old and smells like it too. Again, the size of either a gnome or a half.
Whoever this was, now they're armless.
They've been disarmed.
Now the hole is empty, aside from bits of fabric and the old, now blackish blood. At the very end of the hole you can see a lever.
Can Haley have a cringe spell, please?
She doesn't need it.
Yes, she does.
You said there was a lever.
Yep, like
Where?
a handle at the very end of the hole.
Has anyone pulled this one?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to it and I'm gonna pull it.
You gotta pull it?
It's
Yep.
in the hole. Are you really that dead arm?
Oh, it's in the hole. Oh shit. Oh.
It's in the hole.
The lever is at the far end of the hole. You have to stick your arm in.
Oh, I heard like HALL.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
so you're gonna pull the lever, yeah?
Yeah. No.
If you're not gonna pull it, I'll pull it.
Yeah. You go ahead.
But Xander, how are you gonna be the
That-
3-sword wielding Zorro character if you have one less arm?
I'll stick it in the stump and work from there.
That's a horrible idea. I hate
tape
it.
it to your foot.
No. I'll put my hand through the hole and pull the lever.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure?
Xander.
He's just trying to scare you. Do it.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'll pull the lever.
Oh shit.
He's not doing it. Nope. Hang on.
Okay. It takes a little bit of force. It seems sort of old and stuck, almost rusty. So you grip as hard as you can and pull back. You don't get a second to react. There's a loud and the hole closes. Your arm is cut off at the elbow.
Guys,
Oh
we have
shit!
Okay,
You are
guys.
filled with immense pain, reeling backwards, blood spotting everywhere.
Guys, slight problem. 1, I've lost my arm. 2, fucking hell!
I'm not hearing any of this. I'm in the other room.
With me.
You are now at half health,
Oh, great.
and you have permanently lost one arm.
And I'm just throwing up in the corner because I it's just
She is drunk. She is half drunk.
Okay, now that I've lost an arm, something good better fucking come from here.
Yeah, you're not gonna do 3-sword stuff.
You feel lightheaded. You need to stop the bleeding quickly. Otherwise this could be fatal.
Oh, don't mind me.
Which
Let's
type
go
of-
sit in the corner.
Which type of weapon do you use?
Swords mainly.
No, but what, like a two-handed, one-handed?
Long swords, one-handed.
Longsword. Okay.
Unless you have
Don't
a
worry,
conversation while you're
I sort of predicted an eventuality like this, so the heavy flail's fucking useless now.
Can I stabilize him?
You can.
Could I mend him?
No. Mend repairs objects.
Okay.
Quick, build me a metal arm and mend that.
Okay. Rosemary rushes over, putting one of her hand on the wound, and it closes up quickly. The pain is still immense. Your character goes down to 5 HP.
Oh, great.
I throw up on your stump.
Okay,
Vision
after...
is blurry. After a few more seconds, the hole in the wall opens again.
Somebody grab my fucking arm, please.
I'm gonna take my sword and I'm gonna take the arm out.
It flops onto the floor next to the old rotted one.
Okay, yeah, if we like attach this to his arm and then heal it, does it...
That's
go
not
back
how
on?
it works!
I have
Fuck
mending.
it, try.
Try.
Try that.
I'm gonna
Disease.
take the arm and I'm gonna put it on the stump and I'm gonna
Disease.
just cast cure wounds on it.
Does anybody have a sewing kit?
It's not gonna help you with the arm, mate.
You cast
Can I
cure
do-
wounds on the arm. If so, the arm stops bleeding out, but it is still not attached.
Can we
Okay.
can I
Spells
do
can,
mending?
healing
Can I
spells
mend-
can mend wounds. It cannot fix broken things.
Ah.
Not broken bones, not severed limbs.
Okay. We now have 2 options. 1, we carry on and I'm at a fucking disadvantage for like the rest of this and I'm a liability
Wait,
to every
it can
fucker
mend
here.
things, right? It can mend things. Can I mend the sword to the stump? No?
No.
Dang.
You can certainly try.
Can I try? Seriously?
Okay.
Yes, you can
Guys,
seriously try.
Guys. Mid sort of passing out and throwing up in the midst of staving off both of them. Do we know anybody that could fix the stumpy stump?
Well, I've just sealed it up to make sure you don't bleed out, and now I'm trying to attach your sword to your stump.
Thanks. to be precise, I used my right arm to pull the lever, so yeah, it would have been my sword hand.
I was gonna ask that.
That's really bad.
I feel
Because
like
you-
this is your fault,
you-
bro.
You instinctively...
This is my fault.
You
Yeah,
instinctively use your like
There is a
dominant
hole.
hand.
There is a lever in the hole.
I
You
left the
don't know
bloody
what it
arm in
does.
there as a warning.
To be
Then why
fair,
even
guys-
make it in the first place?
Guys, why
Well,
give
maybe
me
it has
this
something to do with the fucking puzzle wall, don't it?
I
guys,
just pick up
guys,
the arm. Still
guys,
Maybe entering the same combination as the last guy who lost his arm wasn't the way to go!
Xander, I'm gonna be very fair with you right now. Why didn't you assess the situation if anyone had mage hand first?
Exactly.
That is a good point.
I have
Yeah.
freaking mage hand. You
Okay,
guys just
okay.
went on ahead.
Yeah,
Mate,
now that you
mate,
mention
mate,
it, I
mate,
do too.
For context, I have a wisdom and intelligence both of 10.
That doesn't mean you.
I
you
don't tend to think about
stupid.
these things.
10 is
Ten
normal.
average, not bad.
But that doesn't mean player you has to be stupid about it.
I just pick up your arm and start poking everybody on the shoulder with your hand.
We can't backtrack this either, which is shit.
Wait, but
I'm now Stumpy the Wonder Horse. Great.
Silver, you talked about a combination. Did I miss something about a combination?
The whole puzzle wall, as I called it, has lots of moving bits and parts like a puzzle box. And then in the middle of the puzzle is a small hole the size of just about big enough that you could put an arm inside. In said hole, there was a bloodied, severed hand from the previous attempt.
But now we have an arm, and Xander has a stump.
I feel like I was pretty clear.
Oh no, you weren't.
Pretty much.
I was just.
Did I attach the
Yeah.
sword to his...
Xander,
What
you're
how are you
an
going
idiot.
to do it?
Have we got any rope?
I'm gonna attach it by
Yes, but that doesn't work.
string
I have
and
3. Just attach your 3 to my stump.
just sew it
yeah,
on.
yeah.
I'm gonna sew it on.
What?
I'm gonna sew it on. Does that
Sew
work?
it on.
I'm gonna
You
sew it
can't-
on.
Oh
You
god.
can't sew a sword. It's metal.
Oh, just open the stump and stick it in
I
the
just
feel
like-
I now-
Oh god, no.
I feel I now have to accidentally become an assassin. Instead of missing just one finger, I'm missing my entire fucking hand.
I mean, can I cut open his wound and try and sew his arm back on?
Hey,
Could I
Lee,
do
I'm
that?
on 5 health. You'll kill me.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
is
but
a
I can
serious risk.
stabilize you. I can stabilize you. It's
Okay,
fine.
Haley, you cut open the wound. You immediately cauterize it again. You get nowhere
Mm.
unless
How
you.
do I attach that to that then?
Just give up on it.
Okay, who has a healing spell?
Nay.
I have a healing spell too.
Yes.
Wait till
Okay,
I'm like
cool.
level 5
I
or
take-
6
I
and I can
take
call
one
upon
of my-
demons.
I take one of my sword hilts and I plunge it straight into the stump. Heal me after this.
What the fuck is even going on at this point?
He's trying. He's
plunge-
trying to.
Xander,
Just,
kill him.
oh fuck, that's disgusting. You plunge the hilt of a longsword as hard as you can into your still, sort of bare-fleshed arm.
Why?
Cure light wounds.
The wound starts spluttering with blood again, and you lose consciousness.
I'm just gonna
What?
leave the room.
He did manage to jam his sword up his arm.
Fucking
Yay!
why?
Xander does not
I
care for his character,
achieved
does
something.
he? His character is
I
not
just,
in any
I just
well-being.
throw up and then cure light wounds.
The positive is I achieved what I set out to.
I've still got your arm, by the way.
And do you want to know the best part? I'm considered party leader. I'm now Stumpy the Wonder Horse.
If you
Cure
survive
wounds.
this,
Go ahead and roll 1d8 plus 4.
I mean, if anybody has time manipulation powers, now would be really good to use them.
maybe you should ask and prep for this before you start jamming your hand into an arm sever hole.
Yeah, that's true. Live and learn.
There is
look up to
there is such a
Varian.
thing as a prosthetic arm. You all remember your old friend Crud who left, who had one.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
extremely expensive, and it's very rare to be able to make them.
Fuck.
Well, that's why you
Oh.
stick a sword into the stump.
No, I've changed my mind now, Haley. Haley, I'm no longer being Zara. I've worked out who I'm being now.
Captain Hook.
Dear god, it is you.
I wake up to Varian and
doing?
ask.
What doing? Is roll dicing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should roll dice.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Okay, if any of you know what I'm going for now, considering I've lost an arm,
No, I don't. I'm very concerned that you just started mangling.
I'm just gonna
your
put
character.
that in. It's the only logical way I can go.
What was the logic before
Okay,
this?
well, amidst all this madness, I will take a look at the puzzle wall.
Yes. Okay. Very good.
and actually do
Loser.
the thing we're supposed to do. Instead of fucking chopping a hand off.
The wall is constructed out of 6 wide circles that you can turn with an arrow pointing straight down at the top. On every other circle is a date in a seemingly random order. On
Is a
every
what?
others is a date at a seemingly random order, like a date in a year. On every other circle, like 2, 4, and 6, are initials, like ED, AC. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 letters, but it doesn't say what the initials stand for.
Okay,
None of the years sound very familiar, even to those of you well versed in legends or history.
I'm gonna walk back to the statue things. There were inscriptions on the statues, right?
Yeah, with names.
With names, but not a date.
No. That's very clever. But, no.
No. Well, I'm
I feel
stumped.
like maybe they're in
Ha
order.
ha ha!
The problem is, I'm afraid about the king.
Yeah, I mean, there's only really one thing to do. I'm gonna pull my sword and just get ready to thrust. Someone blow the horn. Let's just do this.